All right, and they should be off. Yep, there we go.
I appreciate this game doesn't just start with like 2 worlds of warps like the other 2 games do. Like you just go right into it.
True, yeah. You go right into the action.
A nice banana count. Optimal. Yeah, can we get a shout out to Waldo for dealing with audio? That's like my least favorite thing in all of streaming.
This was the last thing I had to work on, and I didn't have enough time this week because work got insane. So glad we're able to somewhat sort it out, though.
Yeah.
So I didn't really talk about this the first go through. Those crawl spaces, those little like narrow spots where Diddy or Donkey will just start crawling. If you're holding down when you go in one of them, you'll crouch instead of crawl, and from that position you can jump. And
Yep.
that's a lot faster than crawling. And if you kind of roll when you're on the right half, you clip out to the other side, and it saves a pretty significant amount of time for something that's not really difficult to do at all.
Yeah, something as inoffensive as that can actually save quite a bit. And like, considering how many crawl spaces there are in this level and in some of the later levels in this run, it adds up.
The one like right after the halfway in Torchlight is a pretty good one.
Yeah. Something worth noting about water levels and Vanguard movement in general is that, like, when you start running this game, you'll probably be like tempted to just like mash Y while you're trying to lunge with Vanguard, but it's actually faster to time your lunges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't just like hammer it and expect it to come out on the first possible frame every time.
Yeah.
It's a lot
It
better to
unfortunately doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
We wish though.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, maybe after Turbo is legalized in this game.
The dark times.
Yeah. But yeah, so like Basement at the beginning of this race talked about shortcuts, and those barrels at the top of Barrel Cannon Canyon are considered shortcuts for all intents and purposes. They're technically not warps because you never warp from point A to point B. You just get shot out of a barrel and you fly for like 10 years.
Yeah. Those are not legal in the no major skips category despite not being warps.
Mm-hmm.
They would be legal and warpless.
Oh, what happened here?
We've encountered some technical difficulty. Please hold.
Yep, let me see what's going on here. Oh.
That's back?
Okay, looks like Snake is back. I'll bring Flip back right now. Not quite sure what happened there.
Flip appears to be back. These are both Snake. Yo, the sync!
The sync, it's crazy, it's insane.
Wow, what a race!
Yeah, VLC crashed, so I gotta Restart
Nice.
Flib. Whoops.
All right, now we got them, but they're backwards. But it's okay. We're finessing. We're finessing. Type 1 for live tech issues. It's my favorite thing also. All right, we back.
There we
Nice.
So while that was happening, Flib played all of 2-1.
Yeah.
Another sick level with a lot of cool. He appears to have taken damage. Because he was Donkey going into minecart.
Yeah. Thankfully, that doesn't deter you from getting into the warp barrel.
Nah, you can take every warp in the game as Donkey, I'm pretty sure. Except maybe the one in Treetop?
I think there is a way to get to it with Donkey, but it's tight for sure. Like I don't think I know the way with Donkey. In fact,
It's pretty scuffed for sure.
yeah. It's funny because like going into this event, I was wondering how much these two guys were going to know about this game, and like in the sense that like, do they know enough to know that you can just completely skip the most scuffed level in World 2?
And in World 5?
Yeah, and in World 5.
No, Flip definitely impressed me a lot. He knew a lot more stuff than I was expecting after just
Yeah.
goofy practice.
He did his homework. What time did he ended up with?
He had like a 43.
Yeah,
Mid
43 is
43.
quite good, honestly.
That's pretty impressive for sure.
Yeah. Like my first PB of this game was I think a 44, like 44, if I'm not mistaken.
My first time was like a 55. And I
Well.
died in K Rule multiple times.
That's okay. No one likes to practice K roll.
Imagine practicing K Rule, honestly.
Imagine not disbanding high rule.
Honestly, though.
Oh gosh, I thought Solid Snake was gonna die to the last guy in 1-5.
Dude, that guy is a menace.
He is a menace.
That guy has killed me more times than I can count. Like, he's the final boss for sure.
And it's like that guy when you're starting to run this game will like damage you sometimes for no reason, and then like once you get good enough, then you stop taking damage to him.
Yeah, Tylenol taught me the secret is just like double tap Y.
Yeah.
If your roll dies right in front of him, you'll just roll again. You won't die.
Yeah. That's the secret. Okay, so Flib going into World 3, Solid Snake going into World 2. I assume Flib knows of the Donkey Only Warp Barrel.
Sure does.
Yeah. Like this level overall is pretty ass. Oh, Solid Snake going for Winky. Let's go. Let's go, my man.
No!
Oh, he's gone.
It's over.
It's over. Yeah. Like taking Winky and Winky's walkway is like a lot of flavor points added to your speedrun. So like, I don't think this lead as a result is quite as substantial as it might appear.
Do you remember Relay when Joe did that in 101?
Yeah.
Actually,
remember when I did that in like a GDQ run?
The RBO race?
No, it was not the RBO race. It was the 101 run for Harvey Relief.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I think I still ended up getting like a low 48 or something like that.
Quick note, not a lot of people like touch on this when they're explaining the trick. When you're doing the super jump here, to jump over the ropes, you have to make sure that after you take damage, you touch the ground for a second. If you don't do that, then when you go past the rope, your Kong will magnet back down to it, and the trick will be ruined.
Yeah. Something I didn't mention when I was showcasing the trick. Yeah.
It's like a really minor thing, but if you don't do that, the trick will not work.
Yeah. I think it has something to do with like the fact that when you're walking off a ledge, the game just doesn't register you as being able to grab ropes, and that holds true even after you bounce on an enemy.
Yeah. Flib is a bird Tempest main. Respectable.
Burn and Tempest is sick. It's too bad that it's slower at a high level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's
you
only
grab it in
slower than,
101% because like it's a bonus and you need the bonus. So like after you're done with the bonus, then might as well just
take
grab the
the bird.
bonus. Not the bonus, but the bird.
Like I was saying last time, notably, if you like take damage in a certain way in that bonus, you wrong warp back to the start of the game.
Not that bonus, the second one.
Oh, it's the second one?
I guess you can. I guess it can also happen in that bonus. Now that I think about it,
I've seen it happen before in like.
Yeah. It's really dumb. It's like if you take damage before the bonus is like done being fully loaded. Like if it's still being loaded, if you take damage, then yeah, that happens. Very interesting that it does
pretty
that.
Goofy.
Yeah. Okay, so like Flib now is gonna go back to World 1. He's gonna go for map warp, saving a trillion in the process. So you want to go for this third corner on the overworld because it's the corner that will bring you closest to the ending of Ogang.
Yeah.
The first corner is actually more convenient if you're doing any percent, which is what I did in the showcase earlier. But other than that, you want to go for the third corner.
I believe the second corner sends you to like 1-2.
The second corner sends you to Ropey Rampage, yeah, and the corner on the other screen also sends you to Ogang, but a different spot. I think it sends you to like a little later in the level, maybe.
Honestly,
like
don't know.
But like not significantly like later in the level that it's worth just going through the screen transition.
Flib dodging the thing that messed him up on that level last time. That clam, it shoots one of its pearls in such a way that if you're going really fast, it'll follow you into that shark section and it can snipe you real easy. A little secret tech. Hey, don't sleep on the queen.
Don't sleep on the queen.
Let's go for the donkey version of the fight, which some people think is easier. It's a matter of perspective.
Yeah. I think it's mostly the same, really. Fun fact, actually, the level that Solid Snake is doing right now, Millstone Mayhem, there is an off-screen warp barrel at the beginning of it. Ooh, unfortunate death.
That was the last hit too, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's
sure
real
was.
rough.
I was able to tell by the audio cue. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the war barrel in Millstone is a donkey only war barrel, similar to the one in Vulture Culture. And optimally, you would want to set up a super jump to get to it. It's like faster by maybe a couple seconds. And with the way the routing works, you're gonna have donkey for this war barrel. You're gonna have donkey for the Neki fight, and you're gonna have donkey for the beginning of 3-1. Pretty convenient.
Donkey is technically faster in the Neki fight because Donkey's fanfare is shorter.
Exactly.
Of note, in this level that Snake is in, the beaver wheels don't hurt you if you're bouncing off an enemy.
Yep. They also don't hurt
reason.
you if you roll through. Like if you're in the rolling animation. When
you're just invincible.
Yeah.
when you're bouncing off of the snakes for some reason. Just go clean through them.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they didn't like make the Diddy's hitbox being like registerable by those wheels. It's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with the rock crocs that you see in Stop and Go Station.
Yeah.
You can roll through them. I'm pretty sure if you bounce into them, you're not gonna take damage.
Yeah, it's like in the Dumb Drum fight, when you bounce up through the enemies from the bottom, you still kill them. A lot of like really awkward, weird stuff in this game.
Flib got under barrel. Now that's a big boy strat right there.
The 8-frame window that you can't see.
Yeah, I don't remember what the frame window is, but it saves like 0.3 because it's a donkey trick. Like that's I don't know if you've mentioned that in the last race,
No,
but
I didn't.
every strat in this game saves either 0.3 or 0.7, and that holds true for the other DKC games as well.
It's the sacred unit.
Yeah, well, that's because like those games run at 3 frames per second, so like you either save 1 frame or 2 frames, or you save like an entire second.
Shout out to Donkey 3.
Fun fact, actually, in this game, Slip Slide Ride is the only vertical level that is not a water level. In the other 2 DKC games, there are a lot more vertical levels, but for whatever reason, in this game, this is the only vertical level.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's also the only level with that background, and by extension, that song.
Yep. Which is a shame because it's both great aesthetic and, you know,
Yeah.
music.
Oh, the anti-air! The true combo into the pit.
Yep. It's like Solid Snake has been getting anti-airs with Winky. Flib has been getting anti-airs with Espresso.
Yeah, in Donkey 1, when you take damage off an animal buddy, you are just projected in the direction you were going.
Yeah, you're just flying off the goddamn screen. That doesn't happen in the other donkeys, fortunately, because that's that's definitely one of the least pleasant things about this game. Like both when you're running it and when you're playing it casually, it's like it's something you have to be mindful of.
You just get flung, and it's really confusing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, something I didn't talk about the entire first race, because I'm bad at commentating. There are 3 versions of this game. The fanfare sub-sound actually reminded me of it. There's 1.0, which is usually the best version for most things. There's 1.1, which is fine. It can't do things like the funky plane, and some of the peculiarities of like various wrong warps and stuff like that are a little different version to version. And there's 1.2, which is the version you'll get if you try to play on the Switch VC. And that version is terrible, because you can't do a very important trick called fanfare skip.
Straight garbage, yeah. It's like fanfare skip is important because it's completely free time save at the end of each level. All you have to do is mash the face buttons. You mash the face buttons, and throughout the duration of an all stages speedrun, you save close to a minute.
Yeah, I think it's like 40-45 seconds, something like that.
I heard 52.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, almost a minute.
Yeah, a lot. And it's literally free. Like, it's just for playing on the faster version of the game, so...
Yeah. So, like, you're gonna save time from being on, you know, Switch VC because you're gonna have faster loads. But ultimately, because you won't be allowed to do fanfare skip and you won't have access to some glitches that save time, I think it ends up being slower.
You lose a billion.
This is why you should always run your speed games on console gamers.
True. Meanwhile, Croctopus chase.
Yeah.
Walk along.
The intermission break. I'm watching Solid Snake right now. Solid Snake's doing, pretty decent work. And oh my freaking goodness, I should have just shut my big ass mouth.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, he's doing pretty well in Volter Culture, and then he just dies in like the last possible spot he could have died in.
The airball true combo right there. You shoot straight up and you try to save it and then you die.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I don't know what causes this, but if you try to do that last section as Donkey, sometimes you like get past the bees without getting hit, and sometimes you don't. And I don't understand what makes the difference between one or the other.
I think it's probably some pixel wizardry. Like, it has to be, like, really tight.
So Flib right there, when he bounced off that clump, if you hit left right as soon as you land on him, you'll bounce the other way. The game only checks what direction your last hit on the D-pad to determine what way it kicks you when you bounce on the guy. So you can get through this level pretty fast by using that to what we call back boost.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and it feels really good to do right. And in the other two Donkey games, it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It's
You
pretty
can do that
trendy,
with
actually.
crushes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any enemy you can't kill with a bounce.
But in the other Donkey games, you'll just get like a longer and just higher kind of boost. That's not gonna propel you as like backwards as it does in this game. So it's pretty much completely useless. Like, there are like very few instances where you would like to do this kind of back boost in the other two Donkey games. But in this game, it's like actually useful.
Yeah, it feels really good too. I'm pretty sad that it's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
Flib not going for the more advanced tire roll strats in this level. There's also a back boost you can do off of that army there at the end that lets you roll under that B tower. And
Yeah.
it's easier than it might look.
Still a back boost though, and like we're just talking about back boosts. Back boosts, they're definitely like they're not hard, but it takes some getting used to. Same with tire rolls. Like tire rolls will kill you when you start learning this game.
They're pretty generous, but like everything in this game is like, oh, it's easy until you die, and it's very easy to die. Snake getting baited by the auto barrel there. If you jump into that barrel as soon as it loads on screen, you die. As opposed to every other barrel in that stage where it works the other way. My mans did not take a save.
That is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate to say the least.
I recommend Solid Snake to go for the 80% run now.
Yeah, go for just take the map warp. You can do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll allow it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll allow it. Like, beat 1-1, use map warp to get to Ogang, and then play the rest of the game from that point onwards.
It's easy until you die, yeah. That's to speedruns.
Yeah. Another truth is, this trick is so free. I've gotten it in practice every single time, and when the timer is running, then you mess it up, 80% of the goddamn time.
God.
Then you question everything.
Dude. In the last developer-intended warp, get on out of Trick Track. Heck, that level. Long auto-scroller.
Very long and boring auto-scroller.
In Warpless, you get to do a jump roll over that stage. In 101, you get to do it with Donkey. Rarely seen. Ooh, didn't touch the ground. Did not get over the rope. Exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Solid. If you're listening to the stream, you should only have one of the
Yeah,
Kongs.
you gotta kill one of your boys.
Yeah. So either go in 1-1 or 1-2, lose a Kong, and then leave the level, and then go for map warp.
Flib was telling me earlier he really does not want to play Elevator Antics because he does not know how to play the, or he does not like playing the level at all. So
Antics is a really hard level. Like
I love this stage, man.
It's really unforgiving and difficult to optimize.
It's true, but it's awesome.
It's also
There he goes.
it's also good, yeah.
Yeah, he got hung up on that same thing I was talking about earlier, where if you don't touch the ground, you don't get lift off, or you don't get over the rope.
Uh-huh.
Alright, place your bets. How many seconds until he falls onto the level exit? We go with 7.
Gonna go with 69.
Nice.
You weren't really close with your 7. You must have done this trick before. I haven't actually.
Yeah, it's new tech.
Dude, I hope Solid Snake is not on 1.2 now.
If he's on 1.2, I'm gonna be real sad.
Yeah.
It does not work on 1.2.
Oh my god. I actually have no idea to tell if he's on 1.2 because I don't have his audio right now.
Ooh. Scary back boost. Go! Flib also, he's with me on the Poison Pond Sucks train.
Poison Pond is another really difficult level. Like, pretty much every level in World 5 is either really difficult or really slow and bad and dumb.
Yeah. World 5 is definitely... Like, the run is... It's pretty not too intense until after you beat World 3, and then after that, everything is, like, the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why Joe likes to say World 2 ends at Croctopus Chase.
Yeah.
Or World 2 starts at Croctopus Chase. Yo, my man made it to O-Gang.
Alright, we're in O-Gang now.
Taking the L on the minecart glitch. If you bounce off one of the birds, you are no longer in the state.
Yeah. You're pretty screwed.
Notably, there's a jump roll that you can go for here. It's one of the easier jump.
Oof. I was just about to talk about that, in fact. The air roll glitch is very finicky. If you like input your roll too early, then obviously it's not gonna come out, like, because you're still gonna be in like either your jump animation or your previous roll animation. So it's just.
Oh, you got rope caught.
Oh yeah, got the rope clip.
That'll happen in a lot of places. If you like roll past a rope and then jump, you'll like snap back to it.
Yeah.
And it'll kill you. That will kill you stone dead. Especially
in a lot of places, that just clips you out of bounds, so you gotta be extra careful with that. Thankfully, because you have the air roll glitch enabled, you can save yourself there.
Oh, he's good.
Okay,
We good. So the glitch will end after you cross this first wooden platform. Once you go over to the right of that, you are no longer in the glitch, no matter what you do.
Yeah, the reason being is that there is a barrel above that wooden platform that is the barrel that shoots you out of the bonus, or
Yeah.
one of the bonuses that you enter in a little earlier in that level. And the barrel essentially like cancels the air roll glitch because like I guess for whatever reason
Oh man.
the trigger for the barrel shooting you out of that bonus extends past its sprite or hitbox or whatever. Confusing shit.
Another trivia fact: when you roll down a hill in this game, and the stairs at the start of Blackout Basement count as a hill, you do not have to hit an enemy to keep rolling. Your roll will extend indefinitely without it, which does not appear to be a thing that Flib knew because he jumped out of his roll to recancel it.
Yeah.
It's pretty obscure tech.
Very peculiar stuff.
Whenever you roll in this game, I should probably mention this. There are a couple of things that you want to do depending on what happens. If you roll from a standstill or from a run and you don't hit an enemy, when your roll ends, you get what's called a dead roll, and those are very sad. You lose all your momentum, you look like a goof, and it's very slow. You want to jump out of your roll to not get a dead roll.
Yeah.
That does not happen if you roll through an enemy. So knowing the difference in like your roll states and like when you need to jump cancel it and when not to is one of those minor optimization things that you have to learn.
I wouldn't say it's minor. I would say it's a pretty key component.
It is. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you got to learn to be like a truly very donkey runner.
Especially for this game, because like the other two Donkey games, like they're a little more polished. This game has a lot of jank that you got to be aware of regarding your rolls and whatnot. Like, say for example, you're holding a barrel, you clash the barrel onto an enemy. Your next roll input will be eaten 100% of the time. So you gotta make sure to keep that in mind when that happens. And like, you're in a situation where you do that, you gotta make sure that you like press Y to clear that. Like dead roll or phantom roll, however you want to call it. You do that, and then you can input your actual roll afterwards. Like
you gotta double tap or you die.
So many runs die to that.
It's consistent too, like every time.
Yeah, it will consistently kill you.
It's so dumb that it works that way.
Oh yeah.
This game just devours Y button inputs when it gets bored. It hates you sometimes.
Yeah.
Flib showing off what I was talking about earlier, where if you bounce up through the bottom of those guys, you still kill them. Does not actually care. I like getting caught up on trying to go fast next to a barrel, because when you're holding Y and you cross a barrel, you pick it up. During that animation, Donkey can't jump. Just one of the many traps of this game that can just destroy you from out of nowhere.
I'm just gonna hop in. Snake has forfeited, but we'll go ahead and let Flib finish the run.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, so he forfeited a little while back, but I just wanted to let him keep going.
Props to him for showing up.
I think Solid Snake is still a huge knob gamer.
Nice. Yeah, as Flib showed last time, he does not actually know either of the jump rolls in this stage, so we're going to be playing it as Miyamoto intended.
Yeah.
Oh, he went for it! Never mind. You didn't go for it last time. You didn't get it either way, but still.
Yeah. Jump rolls are a huge part of speedrunning DKC. They are frame perfect tricks. You have to essentially initiate a roll on the same frame as you bounce on an enemy. It's not doable in every spot, but in this level in particular, you have 2 spots that you can do it in, and it saves a tremendous amount of time because, you know, auto-scroller. The jump roll would just allow you to fly straight past the auto-scroller, and
into the bees and die.
well, in one of the instances, like the jump roll state puts you like invulnerable to everything except for bees because you know, reasons, mysterious reasons.
I think it's because the only hazards you ever face on barrel segments are bees, so the only enemies programmed to be able to hit you. Like, there's no barrel segment that shoots you into anything other than like a crocodile that you kill.
Because that makes a little sense.
Is my theory. I don't know.
Yeah. Just a little.
The game is weird.
Yep.
I 100% believe it was coded by a claptrap.
What if it were, though?
Indeed. So Flib had to go back and get his guy there because he uses the super jump route in this level.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot do that without a second guy and a barrel. And that setup for that one is a little weird because you use an animal crate.
Yeah, but it works the same as in Frenzy in the sense that you walk off the ledge and you land on the crate and you're gonna bounce. The only additional step is to swap your Kongs.
Yeah.
So you swap your Kongs and then you start holding B in those swapping frames.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how much time optimal like Rambi route of this is compared? How much time that saves compared to this?
Maybe like 10 seconds?
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I know there's like a true SJR setup you can do there that's like allegedly faster.
The SJR is faster. It's like, you know, the world record does it. I think the SJR saves like 9 seconds optimally.
Nice.
Over
having the right
optimal
Rambi.
SJR less mincers, and then doing the super jump is probably like, yeah, another like, you know, 6 to 10 seconds slower than optimal SJR less mincers. Then Flip going for the SFR. Love to see it.
He's got 4 guys too.
Yep.
Maximum speed.
Yep. So I don't know if you talked about roll speed during the last race, but your speed caps out after rolling through 4 enemies with Diddy and 5 with Donkey.
Didn't actually know that donkey part. That's funny.
Oh, you didn't know that Donkey takes 1 more enemy to
Of course
reach
he does.
maximum
Why
speed?
would he not? Like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would Donkey not just suck for no reason?
Yeah, I think like the speed cap for both Kongs is the exact same, but yeah, like it takes 5 enemies to hit that speed cap for Donkey because Donkey, like the base speed of Donkey is slower.
Dude, heck Donkey, TBH.
Donkey is so goddamn slow and bad.
And yet he somehow beats half the bosses in the run.
Well, I guess the bosses are slower and worse than Donkey.
The bosses are also slow and bad.
Yeah.
Science fact. Yeah, this Loopy Lights is a really difficult level when you're playing it optimally. You take it pretty aggressively in the dark. But, you know, you gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
You can just barely see, like, the background when the lights are off. Like, if you really want to be a gamer, you can just, like, turn the gamma on your TV up.
Yeah. But you don't need to do that for any of the dark levels in this game. The only one I could see that it would marginally help is Blackout Basement, because that one is like actually pretty dark.
Yeah, that one's impossible.
Yeah, this one, and
Torchlight.
Torchlight. Yeah, thank you. Those aren't that dark. In fact, like it's optimal to not grab the parrot at the beginning of Torchlight because it causes a ton of lag.
Shoutouts to a Donk GBC where it's like not even dark.
Yeah, well,
It's pretty funny. Like it's not even. You can just see.
probably why Dong GBC is Hyrule Heroes' favorite game.
Dang. Anyway, setting up good old barrel skip. Getting on out of there.
Go! Go!
I miss the good old days. Optimal barrels.
Optimal barrels?
Optimal platform barrels. Where you do
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah. Well, I mean,
ridiculous stuff in the back half.
you know, this is, I guess, another reason why people should stop sleeping on 101%.
True, actually.
Yeah. Because in 101, you also have the jump roll in barrels for, like, the complete barrels experience.
Vintage.
Yeah, the vintage experience. And NMG and NMS, you just like have the raw platforming parts.
Yeah, NMG and NMS are both really cool categories for like a beginner if you don't want to do any of the like really fancy tricks or anything like that. I'd highly recommend like giving them out. Commentaries are both at the bottom under the timer.
Go! Go!
Anyway, Flib is onto the man himself.
Man. K-Rule on his boat.
I mean, this run is basically over.
Yeah.
Pretty.
So let's just put it this way. Rare is not very good at designing boss fights. Like it shows in this game in particular. It's a lot of like, you know, bounce on the enemy like an arbitrary number of times, and then the enemy does some random garbage and that you have to dodge and wait, and like, you know, there's a lot of repetition in this fight in particular. Like, this is essentially a glorified cutscene, but there is still tech in it. Like, you really want to tighten your bounces on K-Roll to save as much time as possible.
Yeah, frame perfect crown hits.
Yeah.
Thought there was no RNG in DKC. There's DKC. There's RNG on the birds, but it's like very minor.
Yeah. The bird being the neck key boss fights, like both boss fights. They can spawn in like, you know, bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right.
You always
those spawns are random, and it's a lot easier to get good hits when he spawns at the bottom than when he spawns at the top.
And on the last hit, if he spawns at the top, you lose like some frames because he has to fall farther to die.
Yeah, exactly.
K-Rool's dead.
Yay! Coding Claptrap, by the way.
Coding Claptrap.
Coding with a K, characters with a K, coloring with a K, and a U.
True.
Mind you.
The end. The true combo over on minecart there, by the way. Hit that one guy and you get hit by the second guy.
This level sucks, man.
Level is impossible.
This level is so bad. Like, this level is like, has no business being this hard and being this early in the
It's
game.
so much harder than the next one. Like, the other minecart level is free.
Yeah, they should have swapped them, but...
This one is like the hardest
You know.
one. Anyway, nice run. Good
Nice
job.
run, Flib.
Only about a minute behind last time. Pretty consistent, pretty good. Definitely an impressive performance.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid. I think that's gonna do it for me.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for doing commentary, showcase run, all of it.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting us on.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, for sure. You guys saved my bacon because I don't know anything about this game, so it's really nice to have some knowledgeable people. So
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, I'll head over to an intermission screen and I'll let you guys go for the night. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good rest of your stream.
Yep.
Peace.
Rolling out.